This is episode 3 of the Growth Tigers podcast. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Growth Tigers podcast. I'm your host, Brian Cotter, and it's my job to bring inspiring entrepreneurs of Vietnam and their stories to you, wherever you may be. Today, our guest is a true hustler. He's been named one of Forbes 30 Under 30s in Vietnam. He's graduated from Founders Institute in Hanoi, got his startup into batch 15 of 500 startups in San Francisco, and his company services marketing automation to over 42,000 customers worldwide, holds the number one spot for Shopify apps, and shows a 50% month-on-month growth in recurring revenue. Our guest today is Chung Man Wong. Welcome to the show, Kwang.
Hey, Brian. Thank you very much for inviting me today. Yeah. Hi.
No problem.
Yeah.
So my introduction was pretty quick, and there's a lot of gaps there. So, could you share with us kind of how your entrepreneurial journey started and what it's taken to get you to the point where you're at today?
Yeah. So it all started I think 10 years ago. So when I was in high school, I was amazed by a thing called Flash game, and when I was in 10th grade, I studied HTML as Flash coding, and I stay up all night in high school to build the first my first Flash game, and after 1 month, I think 1 month wake up all night, I build it, and then later I publish it on the internet. After a while, it was very popular. So I think we got that Flash game I built in high school got features on a very popular online newspaper in Vietnam, and that's why I was so fascinated in online business, and then that just got me started. And when I start getting into university, I just go online and get a contract to build website for a UK client. So at that time I'm pretty poor. I don't have any money at all. And the first month I got into in university, it bring me $500 for that contract. It is pretty good for a student in Vietnam at that time. So actually I just keep doing that for 3 years. So after 3 years, we got about our team. We grow to 5 people, and when the business get going, I decide to drop out of college and focusing on this outsourcing business. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean that's great. So you were actually coding the websites yourself?
Yeah, sure. Yes, I did.
And so you were doing everything. You were coding and you were doing the sales and the design.
Yeah. So most of the work is in terms of coding, not the designing. Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, when I first started, I didn't know anything about sales at all. I just go online and I use freelance website like Freelancer, Scriptlens to find projects, and then just start working. Yeah.
Okay. And so after you dropped out of university and this company was going fairly well, what happened between that time and when you started Beeketing?
Yeah, so after 4 years with the outsourcing company, I feel pretty stressed. Stressed because the work keep piling up. I'm busy all day, and even more after 4 years, my friend at the university start graduating, and they start quitting the company. So only me left working in this outsourcing business, and I have to face one thing that when I look back, I see that with the outsourcing company, I didn't have a vision. I don't know what kind of company that I want to build. All I want is to make money, and that's why my friends at the university quit our company. And then I start to think again, and I see a problem that so after 4 years, so we start the same time just like Viber or WhatsApp or those kind of companies. After 4 years, they grow so fast. They they grow to like 1 billion, 2 billion, like WhatsApp, 16 billion dollars.
Yeah.
And so I think okay, so I spend the same amount of time, but I don't have any products like go big like them. So I decided that I want to build a global product that's very big and like success in global scales. And that's why I keep starting new like startup business to make. This time I don't want to make. I don't want to focus on making money, but I want to make a product that's success in global scale. Yeah.
Okay. And what was your first attempt at that?
Yeah, so I start a website builder called Siêu Web. It is super web in Vietnamese. Yeah, it is kind of like drag and drop website builder. And so at the time I was pretty successful with it. We have like plenty of users, like 90,000 users. But then we don't know how to do direct sales, and it fell. After 2 years, we sold that first company to a Vietnamese to one of our competitor at the time, and then I start Beeketing. Yeah.
Okay, and so let's talk about Beeketing. What was the first product that Beeketing made?
Yeah. So actually, Beeketing started as only a side project. So when in I think 2014 we start a product called Sharing Tribe. It is a social commerce platform. It is a failed project, but to maintain that project we have to build Beeketing as a way to help us make money and provide funding for the main project. But after a while, when we start joining Founder Institute, I see that the main project are going nowhere. Like we don't make any money and customers are not coming. Customers don't like it. But I see that Beeketing it is what customer needs. It is what we are making money, and we consider the side projects are the main project. And yeah, so the first product is a email automation product. It is very simple. Like it help e-commerce business owners send a welcome email after their customers sign up or buy something for the first time. Yeah.
So, I mean, that doesn't sound like rocket science. I mean, I'm sure, Mark, email automation has existed before you started in 2014. What made your product unique in terms of getting customers?
Yeah. So I think what makes us can grow very good is my last failed business is the drag and drop website builder one. It's kind of like Shopify clone but for Vietnam market. And I spent 2 years with that project, and I talked to thousands of business. They all told me that so we have a website. You guys help us build a website, but we still cannot selling our products very effectively. Because the shop owner, the small and medium shop owners, they don't have a marketing mindset. They don't know how to do marketing, how to do sales. And yeah, I see a problem that we need to make a product that is very simple and easy to use. Also, it must be automated and optimized for shop owners. So when I start working on Beeketing, I know their problem, and I build products very simple, and it's kind of one-time setup kind of product. So the shop owners just need to set it up, and then they can't even forget it. Yeah, and that's why they can use the product very effectively to bring more customers. Yeah.
Okay. So how did you get your first customers for Beeketing?
So for the first customers, so before that, we have to build a very simple product. We call it a MVP, and we publish on Shopify. Then our CMO, she do forum sitting and Facebook sitting on Facebook groups, and to get customers go to install that app. Yeah.
Okay. And so you said you guys used Shopify when you first started, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so and I find that really interesting because at that time, and maybe even now, Shopify wasn't really popular in Vietnam. So how did you choose Shopify? Why didn't you go to Magento? Why didn't you use WordPress? Why was it Shopify?
Yeah, so Actually, like we got lucky at this because Shopify is a like up and coming platform, and I didn't know that at the time. I just go around and when I was in Founder Institute, I meet a lot of people. Like I just keep asking them. So what do you think that we should do? And one guy who have a company building Magento plugins, and he told me that so Shopify is a up and coming platform. You guys should like try that on Shopify. Yeah. So I think at the time the platform wasn't like very competitive like today, and it still have room for newcomer, and that's how we got in. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think some of your current success is based off of being one of the first kind of apps in your area?
No, and yes and no. We have some apps that is the first time the first type of its kind, but we also have the app that are already there. I think what makes us success the most is we understand our customers. Like we know how and why they cannot use current products, how and why current products are too complicated for the shop owners, and we rebuild the products just for them. Yeah.
Okay. And so, have you ever run an e-commerce shop?
Yes and no. So I think in the past I used to sell like a code, my code on a website. It's not like a offline or physical product shop, but it is like a coding e-commerce platform. Yeah.
Okay. So how have you gained the knowledge of knowing your customers so well?
Yeah. So if you spend like 2 years trying to build a product that work for them, I think you will understand something about them. Yeah. And that's what I did. Yeah.
Okay, so but I mean, at first and until now, I mean, do you ask them directly? Do you try to, how do you gain the knowledge? What have you done that has helped you gain that knowledge?
Oh yeah. So actually, like when like 5 years ago, I didn't know anything about our customers. I started a company. I built product for them, but it failed. And when I look back, it is exactly because I didn't understand the customers enough. So when I start beeketing, I go around. Even I interview a lot of business, even in Vietnam and even in US, and yeah, that's how I did. So for example, in Vietnam, I just go to like shop in the streets on the streets and ask them some question. Ask them, hey, can I ask like can I have can I do an interview with you? Yeah, something like that. And
Okay.
and I find a lot of like insights about them, like why they don't use shopware, that why they keep like sticking with like paper and pen and paper. Yeah. And yeah.
So do you think that the interviews with the offline businesses have helped you understand your online businesses?
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's right. I even also do online interview. I phone call business from all around the world to do interview with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have customers all over the world, but where are most of your customers located?
Yeah. So 90% of our customers are based in US.
Okay. Is that a platform thing, or is that just because of where you've been marketing and whatever?
Yeah. So yeah, this is because of the platform. So we mainly focusing on like English speaking countries, and most of the platform English platform are now based in US. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. So what have been your biggest challenges with beeketing since the beginning? I mean, have you ever been close to shutting it down, or what have those challenges really been?
Yeah, so actually there are like challenges every day. Like we have problem with like with server with customer all the time, but I think that is normal with a new business with a new company, and we have never been like very close to shutting down the company. Yeah, I don't think we never consider that option. Yeah.
Okay. So is beeketing your kind of your vision? Is it coming close to achieving the vision that you set out to have?
Yeah, I think we can do that this time. I can do that this time. Yeah. So right now we have like a lot of customers from all around the world, and I see a way that how we can like make this product very big, and how we can even like win our competitors from the US. How we can like be better than them, something like that. Yeah.
Fantastic. So let's shift the conversation from the product back to you as an individual and in your entrepreneurial journey. Okay?
Yeah, sure, we can do that.
So what inspires you?
Yeah. So I think what inspired me? Yeah. So I think what inspired me is a good product. Like when I start using a first MacBook, yeah, I was surprised how a product can be this good, and that helped me. Like when I building my own products, I focus a lot on many small details, and I make our team, our staffs can do that. They have to focus on small details to make sure like the customer has the best products they want to use. Yeah.
So you think that well-designed products, things that kind of are enjoyable to use, that's what inspires you?
Yeah, not just well-designed, not just like interface design, but also in the back end, it had to be like make very carefully. Yeah, something like that. And yeah, I think mostly because a good products. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Do you have a mentor?
Yeah, I have lucky for me, I have like many people. Maybe I can consider them mentor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there one specific person that you would say is the mentor, the one who has helped you personally grow?
Yeah. So actually, as every stage of the company, I have a new mentor. Like when I just started Beeketing, I got a angel investor. His name is Hajime Hota. And then he completely changed my mindset. Like we meet every 2 weeks, and whenever I have a problem, I ask him, and with him helping me, like I can understand a lot about like how investor thinking, how we should like tackle the problem, and then and when a few months later, when we grow a little bit bigger, that is the first time I go to the US. I meet one startup founder, Vietnamese startup founder in the US, and he teach me like a workflow, how to build a product in 2 weeks, how to like do 2 week sprint to build the products, and then after learn that, we will grow a lot as well. And the third time is when I joined founder startup. So for the last 6 months, I work in Mountain View and Palo Alto. And at the time, I also meet like I think 2 or 3 mentors. They keep meeting me every week to help me grow. Yeah.
Okay, so you've actually had a lot of support from mentors.
Yeah, that's right.
Would you suggest to other entrepreneurs that they should try to find a mentor who can help them grow?
Yeah. I think they should do that. Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic. I definitely agree with you on that, and I think there's others who would as well. So let's talk about some advice. Is there any piece of advice that someone in your life has given you that kind of sticks with you, or that you keep on going back to when you're frustrated or you're having a bad day? Is there something that always comes to mind?
Yeah. So for startup founders, right? This is for startup founder, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So problem there are problem always problem. It happen every day, but I think what we should do is we should like just calm down and fix that problem and keep the momentum. Yeah. So keep the momentum and then keep working on it.
Okay. Keep the momentum and keep working on
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Okay. Is that something you developed, or is that something that was shared with you?
I think that's something that I see every day since I just started my first company. So yeah.
Okay. What's the biggest thing you've learned having gone to the US and meeting your mentors and being part of the 500 startups? What's the biggest thing that you've learned?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing I learned is a good team is a fast team, which means that you have to like update your products very oftenly, very You have to have a team that can execute very quickly, build a new version very quick, launch a product very quick. Yeah. So the quick team is a winning team. Yeah.
Okay. Is your team in the States with you, or is it in Hanoi?
So we have a few people like traveling from back and forth from here Hanoi to and Silicon Valley. Yeah, but we don't have any people like living in US permanently. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think having a team based in Vietnam is an advantage for your company?
Yeah, I think this is a big advantage. For example, like I have a few friends in San Francisco. They raise like 2 million, and they only like afford to hire like four people.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they told me that, wow, you guys have a very beautiful design website. You guys must raise a lot of money, like spend a lot of money on that. But we raise like we didn't raise much at all. And I think the cost effective in Vietnam, the advantage of cost effective is a big advantage, especially if you are like competing with US company. Yeah.
Okay, so we all know that cost advantages in Vietnam are definitely high, but what's interesting to me is that your friends have said, "Oh, your design is fantastic, your website is great, your product is strong," and that's coming from a team in Vietnam. That's interesting to me that there's also a value in terms of the quality that they produce.
Yeah. So actually, in terms of quality, it's quite different. I think the quality of a product is set by the founder or the production manager. So for early stage startups, it is the responsible of the founder, of the CEO, I think. And if the CEO, if the product manager wants to build a good product, he has to find the people that can do that. Yeah. So I think there are problems with finding the right people everywhere in the world, even in Silicon Valley. Sometimes not all employee you want is or not all people in Silicon Valley is not like very excellent people. They are not like they not like some kind of like they are not people who can build Facebook or WhatsApp. Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, I think you can find good people in Vietnam if you are looking for it.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you'd like to share with the listeners today?
So I think this is a very good time if you want to start a company, because like the support from the government is going up. Like we got a lot of support from angel investor and government. Unlike like 5 years ago, I didn't see anything, but now this is everywhere. And I think and with the downturn in the US, we mean that startup funding in US is like so slowing down. With the cost effective in Vietnam, this is a very good time you want to build a startup that target US market. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Huang. Can you share with us how our listeners can keep in touch with you, where they can find you online, and where can they find out more about your company?
Yeah, sure. So it is for the company, they just need to go to beeketing.com. And for me personally, I sometimes like blogging at my website, quaninte.com, Quan, INTE.com. Yeah.
Okay. And Beeketing is BEEKETING.com.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Kwang, for all of your insights, and thank you for being a leader and building a great product, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Yeah, thank you very much for your time today. Goodbye, Brian.
Bye-bye.
Okay.